Are you ready?
Wally has played George Michael again on Sports Chat with Neil and Wally. Use the word jetapult. It's actually a word people don't realize. Hey, little curveball. Got my fingers on the seams right there. This is Dog Days of Summer. Dog Days of Summer.
What is that?
Beat up Bulldog Johnny stole his
Belt.
and put it on. Roll call. A spidget.
A spidget.
Now that is some great music.
On the sky, what do you love? That's some good music there, man.
Fleetwood Mac.
Didn't you go see them?
No, they hadn't played any
That's
concerts.
right. That's right.
They got Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks had a rough breakup, and they ain't done concerts in years.
Dude, I had to play it cause I got sad knees. I told you, my poor cat. Nate put my cat up.
You had to put
There,
your cat down?
yeah, that's Maddie. Had to put her down this morning, man. It was real sad. There
sad.
she is
In the Christmas tree.
in the Christmas tree. And hey, real quick, James Sparrow, which is a good friend of ours,
Yep,
does a lot of
yep.
football stuff with us. When he moved to his house,
Yep.
he was there 3 days, and he helped me trap Maddie. She was a kitten,
Yeah.
and
And you raised it.
And me and Holly raised it. Good kid, good
I hate
cat.
that.
And Dr. Barron.
You get attached to your pets.
Yeah. And Dr. Barron loved him. I had a picture with Dr. Barron and man. Anyway, yeah, I had to deal with that today, so it was pretty bluey. But
Yeah.
and then, but my brother-in-law down in up in Montgomery had to take care of it.
That's bad, man.
Yeah, anyway, but I'm gonna have a good show.
All right.
She's in a better place. She's not
That's right.
suffering.
She's not suffering anymore.
Yeah.
That's right.
Thanks, Nate.
Fleetwood Mac. Yeah, that goes with that. That's good.
Yeah,
Song.
landslide.
Inside,
Yeah.
bring you down. Yep.
But-
Welcome to the November 19th edition of Sports Chat with Neil and Wally. And as always, we sure appreciate you watching. My goodness, Wally, the calendar just keeps rolling around, and we've made it to Thanksgiving week. One of my favorite weeks of the year, special because normally it comes with the beginning of hunting season, Alabama versus Auburn, several other great rivalry games. The high schools are deep in the playoffs, and then, of course, getting to see all your family together in the same house or in the same city. It's just really neat. One of my favorite weeks, and let's don't forget that it's always a short work week. You always get Thursday and Friday off, so that makes it good too. That's pretty cool. But man, you looking forward to Thanksgiving, Wally? Is Miss Jerry making it mandatory that all y'all sing on Thanksgiving Day at the house?
Oh no, Mom! You heard him. That wasn't me. But no,
Come on, Miss Jerry, now.
We won't be singing.
You need to make them sing at the house on Thanksgiving. That'd be awesome.
Oh no! Listen to this. You'll love this. Speaking of Thanksgiving, so we're trying to get everything ready. We'll probably run to the beach, and do it down there. But anyway, I called Noah.
Huh?
I called Noah and I said, "Hey, be at the beach Thanksgiving Day."
Yeah,
He goes, "His little bell. I'll be practicing that."
Rubbing it in.
Rubbing it in.
I'll be practicing that.
I'll be practicing that. That's his exact
Yeah.
words. I'll be practicing. I won't be
Yeah.
able to be at Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that was my own son, my own flesh and blood. Just
Rubbing
gives
it in.
Just gives me a
Yeah.
pump up.
I'll be practicing.
I'll be practicing. But anyway, and happy for Noah.
I am too,
He
yeah.
coaches at Eufaula.
Yeah.
And there he is.
Yeah.
Check him out,
Yeah.
man. They
Yeah.
put it on Faith Friday night.
They did, man.
But anyway, we'll have a great Thanksgiving. And, probably I'm going to mention a place you love the best, Runaway Island.
Oh, that yeah.
Might be where I'm a big Holly and Blake to go eat.
I love Runaway Island because I'm a Wyndham member.
Yeah.
And when we spend our week at the beach week, we always stay at the Wyndham Resort right there, and you can walk to it.
Well, a couple of years ago, Holly said, we're going to go eat Thanksgiving there. I'm like, I don't want to eat Thanksgiving at a seafood restaurant. Dude, they had
They do
the
it
best turkey and dressing.
Yeah.
And they even threw some shrimp on the dressing just
Just
to
to get
just
so it'd be
to have.
seafoody a little bit.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Well,
But
that
anyway,
sounds
I'm excited, man.
That's good. Y'all, that'll be a blast.
Yeah,
that'll be
we'll
a
have a good
blast.
time.
Well, look, back to some high school football. Speaking of high school football playoffs, it was a rough second round for our area, man. Everybody in the sports chat coverage area just about got knocked out this weekend, except for Brantley and Elba. But Charles Henderson loses to Gulf Shores, Andalusia loses to Jackson, Strawn loses to Thomasville, Highland Home loses to B.B. Comer, Goshen loses to Clark County, Enterprise loses to Mary Montgomery. I mean, it was the doom and gloom second round. Doom and gloom second round.
Yeah,
that's bad, man.
But hey, man, like I said, Brantley and Elba,
Yeah,
they're still hanging in there.
Yeah,
Brantley
yeah,
got
yeah.
3 good players back, and and they're on firing on all cylinders right now. But
Yeah.
great players back in week 8 that have been out all year long.
All year.
And heck, I think Elba beat them like 48-0.
That
or
was
something.
without those 3 key
Yeah,
players.
exactly.
Yeah.
But man, just typically Elba is really good. But man, like I told you before the show, man.
Yeah.
I don't work Maplesville, man. They just whoo.
Yeah.
But I'm going on a limb, and I think Elba might get them. I really do. I really do.
Yeah, we've been saying all year Elba hadn't played nobody. They fixed them.
Yeah.
They fixed them.
But Elba, I mean, they're really not in our coverage area, but they're like our brothers down there, and so we do try to reach out to them. And Johnny Dice, good friend of the show,
Yep.
he watches us a lot. And of course, I know the quarterback coach and you follow. They moved on to round 3, and
Yep.
they're clicking
Yep.
right now. And
Yeah, speaking of old Noah, man, I saw him Saturday morning.
where was he?
And, I was walking up around the neighborhood for exercise, just walking Saturday morning. And he was riding in the neighborhood. He stopped me and talked to me, man. He was just beaming, man. Just beaming, man, Noah was. And put that picture up of Noah coaching you follow. There he is.
That's
and,
his quarterback and receiver.
Quarterback and receiver right there, and he was just beaming, man. I'm telling you. And they move on to round 3, and you could just tell how proud he was of the coaching staff and his players, and he's the quarterback's coach, and you follow, and they're moving on to round 3, man. And you could just tell how much he loved his job by the way he was talking to me and communicating with me. It was just really neat.
Well, I appreciate that. That's nice.
Sports Chat with Neil and Wally, you're on the air.
Woo! Did I happen to see the other night that Charles Henderson played Coastal Carolina?
No, Charles Henderson doesn't play college teams.
That's what Gulf Shores looked like when I first seen them on with their clothes, with their uniform wise.
You know what? I was comparing them to Jacksonville Jaguars uniform, and Wally said they look like one old bowfly that gets on you.
I know my dad seen them breeches. He said that is my dad seen the Gulf Shores pants when they showed the highlights. He said that is the ugliest set of green or blue he had ever seen in his life.
It was a mix between green, blue, and aqua. It was a color that you just never see.
Yeah, somebody let the table say, "This is it.
We're going with this.
We're going with this right here."
Hey, it didn't matter what color the uniforms were. They played good, Johnny.
Yeah, I noticed that. I didn't expect them to play. Well, I expected them to play that good. I just didn't expect them to play that good, though.
If there was ever a game, and listen, I'm not blaming anybody. I'm not throwing any blame. I'm not accusing anybody of anything. But if there was ever a game where I thought, gosh, it's almost like they know what we're about to run. Pass plays, running plays.
Yeah.
It was almost like they knew what we were going to do every play. And it just, wow, it just looked like that from me calling the game. I was like, they knew the play was coming. They knew what was coming. They stifled us everything we tried to do. It literally looked like they knew what we were going to run.
Bulldog, I tell you this much: Parker's first pass, I had never seen nothing like it before. I mean, it was like the guy left his assignment and went straight there to intercept and run that ball back. And then I'm like, man, that is not Parker. I mean, Parker's dead on. And then the next series, I look, and those linebackers are looking at our coaches. They're not looking at their coaches. They're looking at our coaches, and it just dawned on me. I said, I bet they're stealing our signals.
Well, they knew. I mean, they did enough film study that kudos to them.
Yeah, kudos
to them. They figured out our game plan, whether it was signals or verbal calls or what. Johnny, they knew what we were doing, and they were ready, and they beat these socks.
Did y'all notice that yesterday in the Michigan game where they had to hold a banner up to keep Maryland from looking at their signal?
Yeah.
That's what we should have done.
Yep, no doubt. But we got took to the woodshed down there, 41-0, man. It was and they did look like Coastal Carolina. You're exactly right.
And I'm gonna tell you, upset that surprised me, and that was Headland beat UMS Wright. I didn't expect that to happen.
I picked Headland. I
Headland's
thought, good.
I didn't know who was going to win that game. I knew that was going to be really, really good. I went to a wedding yesterday down in the Dothan area, and I got to talk to the principal of Headland, and Brent Malloy, and him and I talked a little football, and he said our coaching staff is just doing an incredible job of making game plans. And he said we just game planned for them, and it worked. Our game plan worked perfectly against UMS Wright. So, hey, kudos to the Headland coaching staff, according to the principal. But I knew that was going to be a good game. When you looked at the records, when you looked at Headland's record versus UMS Wright record, Bulldog, I felt like that was going to be a close game.
Yep. They gonna have the hands. They gonna have the hands big time full come Friday night.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but hey, Gulf Shores don't play that well on the road. They're not a good road team. They win, but they're not. Yeah. They're not. They don't have the fireworks.
At home, yeah.
And I'll say this: I have called, 35 football games with Jawan Boyd has been in the game. Maybe 30 games. Maybe 30 football games that Jawan Boyd has been in the game. That was the first game that I've ever called on television that the other team had a guy that they could put on Jawan and say, our athlete is as good as your athlete.
Yeah.
Number 2 for them, his last name was Royal. He matched up with Jawan Boyd and was just as dripping with athletic ability that Jawan Boyd was. Now, Jawan got some plays, but that guy, for the first time in 3 years, all the football games I've called with Charles Henderson, Gulf Shores had a guy. They had a dude that could match Jawan Boyd, and I hadn't seen that in 3 years, Bulldog. Yep.
But our defense played good. I thought our defense
played gritty. They played good.
Yeah.
We just gave up too many points. We gave up 21 points off of our offense, and then we gave up a short field on offense and gave a field goal. Our defense played great.
Yeah. We had a plan. But
the defense played good enough to keep you in it. It just the offense couldn't execute it.
The offense never got going.
But again, I'll say this, and I'll go to my grave believing it. I just really believe that they were just stealing our plays. I mean, I'm telling you, I've seen Parker Adams throw 5 billion trillion passes, and he's got the eye. And baby,
we're not accusing anybody of doing anything, but it looked like they knew what we were going to do.
Yeah,
didn't it?
It did. And with their defensive players looking at our offensive coaches on the sideline and never looking at theirs,
they figured us out.
Yeah.
They figured us out. They knew what was coming. Hey, that's game planning.
Yep.
We should have.
That's game plan 101. Yeah.
Maybe we should have changed our signals. I don't know. But anyway, Bulldogs, thank you for the call tonight, man.
Yeah, appreciate it, and I look forward to a couple of weeks in the parade where I get to drive the golf cart in the parade.
Yeah, we're going to do that, man. That'll be good. You can drive the golf cart for us. If we're in the Brundage Christmas parade, I still got to make contact with all them down there and see if we can get in.
Yeah, I heard that. Y'all have a good show and keep and as always, keep Wally under control.
I got you, man.
I'll give you a bell ring, Johnny, just for Thanksgiving.
Have a good one, Johnny.
Y'all too.
Bye-bye.
Oh, Johnny. He's something else. But you're talking about Noah anyway.
Yeah. Oh, no, I saw him, man. Yeah. He was just beaming, man. A big smile. I guess he was over at Cole Colpage's house. I guess he was getting ready to go to the Troy game. Him and Cole, maybe, because Noah looked a little bit dressed up. And it was just, the excitement was just coming off of it, man. I was so proud. I was just really proud of him, proud of him, and proud for him.
Yeah. I'll tell you this, and we'll leave Noah alone. He's really quiet about his job, and I mean, yes, because we're Trojans and stuff. But anyway, his coach Jarrell told me. He says, I love Noah. He said that he had a big task on him. That kid that plays quarterback has never snapped the ball in his life. And he told Noah at the end of spring, he said, you got to get this guy our quarterback.
This is going to be our quarterback. Make him a quarterback.
And Noah did. And, man, the fruit showed. So, congratulations, son. Yeah. I'm proud of you. But anyway, okay, we'll leave Noah alone. Okay. Jumping to college football, you know the Heisman race changed big time yesterday? Just thought you know.
You know, Wally, I don't know. It ain't much change. Well, Brian Kelly down at LSU left Jaden Daniels, quarterback at LSU. He left him in the game in a blowout situation. I mean, talking about blowout situation to help Jaden pad his Heisman numbers, and it was obvious. Everybody, even the announcers were talking about he shouldn't be in there. He's just padding numbers for the Heisman, whatever. And then Bo Nix, quarterback at Oregon, he had another huge day. Michael Penix, quarterback at Washington, he was solid again. And but Marvin Harrison, wide receiver at Ohio State, he didn't have an eye-popping game. He didn't jump off the screen like he has been. So I don't know, Wally, but maybe Marvin Harrison drops off the list or something because it's the end of the year and he's not putting together huge games. But you asked a question about the Heisman list. And I don't think I missed it right here. You asked because you want me to ask you about Jalen Milroe. Yeah. Should he officially be added to the list, you think, after yesterday?
Yeah, you think he should?
Huh. Well,
well, we'll know, I guess, Saturday.
Yeah.
We got a tough game Saturday.
Yeah. Look, it's plus 4,000 is the odds.
So that means I put $1 up. If he wins it, I win $4,000.
That's exactly right.
That's pretty good, man.
Call him up. You gonna bet $1?
Bet $1.
No, just like I said last week, man. Him being benched early this season and the first game of the season, and just being average, and those first two games being benched and that initial game being an average. That's going to tarnish him in the eyes of the Heisman voters, and that's sad because right now he's playing Heisman caliber.
Yeah. I will say this, and we'll move on from that. Yeah. I'm pulling for Bo Nix. I mean, just because he's an Alabama kid and he's got Alabama ties.
Yeah.
Played at Auburn, everybody knows. But I'm afraid they're going to not give it to him because Washington beat him. And I'm thinking if Washington wins out,
Penix wins it.
Huh. And I think – because I heard somebody telling on a sports radio the other day that it's all going to depend on who finishes undefeated.
That goes with the Heisman.
The guy says that's how I'm going to vote this year.
Probably.
So when he said that, I'm like,
Probably.
So, but anyway, but I don't know why you would think that, but since you mentioned it, he did have a huge game yesterday. I'm talking about Milroe.
Yep.
And, I mean, I think he should be talked about the Heisman. So... But anyway, all right. Neil, I'm having a dream, or did you say last week that Zach Arnett could be fired at Mississippi State? And it happened 24 hours later, and Troy's John Summerall name would be the top.
No, you're not dreaming. You're not dreaming. We sat right here. We sat right here, and we called it.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like Mississippi State would make a move, and they did, just 2 days after we talked about it. Actually, 1 day after we talked about it. And we did, and also, just like you said, we did talk about Summerall being in the conversation, and he is. He is in the conversation. And Troy wins again yesterday, and it looks like they're going to host the Sun Belt Championship game in 2 weeks, and it looks like Coastal Carolina is going to be calling, and that ought to be a good game. That ought to be a good game. Troy wins next week, and they're in the championship. That puts them at 11 wins, and a bowl game puts Troy to 12 wins. And it ain't every day that you find a coach at the Division I level with back-to-back double-digit wins like John Summerall. So, yes, you didn't dream it. We talked about it, and Summerall is in the picture at Mississippi State.
Let me throw this out. What do you think his buyout is, Troy? I mean,
I don't know, man.
I mean,
I need to.
What would Mississippi State have to pay to get him? That's the thing, you know.
I would say I'm ball-faced guessing now, $1 million. Maybe $1 million at the most, At the most, but that's a great question.
Man, that's chump change for
I know, and that's a great question because somebody will have to buy him out to get him. But
you think they could just give us half that money?
Yeah, they call it Sports Chat. We'd be in on it. Yeah,
we'll be in.
Mississippi State is known for having the second lowest coaching salary in the SEC behind Vanderbilt. But surely, like you said, Wally, they got enough money to buy out Coach Summerall here at Troy. If that's who they're set on, John Summerall.
Well, Neil, I'm gonna go ahead and throw this. I mean, I'm sticking. I mentioned this a couple weeks ago. I think Summerall's waiting for that Kentucky job. I mean, yeah. He may prove me wrong, but I just feel that he's going to do that Kentucky job. Because rumors have that Stoops wants that Iowa job.
Yeah.
Heard that a bunch of places.
Okay.
If that happens, then Troy fans probably going to need to worry about Coach Summerall.
If Stoops goes to Iowa, you think Kentucky comes calling their kid home?
I think they do.
They could. They could. You know what? They could. But, you know, when we hired John Summerall, we wished that everybody would want him to be their coach because that meant Troy was doing awesome. So here we are. We got our awesome 2 years in a row. So we can't just get mad that everybody wants John Summerall, even though it hurts. But anyway, man, I love this time of year, man. I this the football season, the rivalries, the coaching carousels spinning, the bowls are starting to take shape. Hey, speaking of bowls, I saw one today predicted. Oh man, I forgot what bowl it was, but anyway, they predicted West Virginia and Troy. Ooh. Neil Brown versus Troy. How interesting would that be? West Virginia and Troy. Good. Yeah, I saw it was on there, man. I saw
Birmingham Bowl is.
But But college football playoffs are taking shape, man. I just love this time.
Yes, I love this year. Yeah. And turkey on the table.
Turkey on the table.
I know we're going to cover all that later on the show, but got to ask you this, man. What in the world happened to Auburn yesterday?
Oh,
you knew I was going to ask you.
Lordy mercy. Losing New Mexico State. I'm going to put it in Charles Barkley. You ready?
Yeah.
Terrible. Just terrible. Gosh, they were coming off a 3-game SEC winning streak. Let's just don't talk about it, man. Let's go on later in the show. Let's don't get started on Auburn right here in this first segment, man. Let's just.
Hey, I tell you this before we end the.
Yeah.
Everybody knew, and I put on Facebook, I hit a daggum bald eagle.
You hit a bald eagle.
Well,
that's what happened to Auburn.
Yeah, James says this is, folks. My buddy James my text group says the eagle at the pregame looked real sad. Missed his buddy. What type of friends would do that? Anyway, hey, we got a great show for you guys tonight, and Neil's gonna read commercial sponsors. When we get back, you're gonna see some funny commercials, and we will. I'll have a great show for you.
Yeah, these are our commercial sponsors. The Old Barn Restaurant in Goshen, The Market Restaurant, Hook's Barbecue, Troy Eye Care, Glow Boutique, Piggly Wigglies of Troy, Turner Mowing, Deep South Apparel, Mama Goldberg's, the UPS Store, Road Mart, Jones Medical Supply, the Alabama Real Estate Connection, Severa, Ralph Baker, Hastings, and Reeves, Attorneys at Law, Town and Country Flooring, Bill Jackson Ford and Chevy, Tyler Transport Trucking, PLS Surveying, Southern Animal Hospital and Pet Resort, Crow's Chicken of Brundage, The Corner Restaurant, Max Credit Union, Stone Cold Heating and Cooling with Mr. Matt Johnson, Sorrell College of Business, The Crease Agency, All-Star Collision, Preston Steakhouse, Alabama Restoration, and Firehouse Subs. We'll be right back.
Wind it up.
Sweet Grace, unbelievable.
Mr. Neal, is this the guy that does the sports show with you?
Oh no, yes it is.
He was in last week and bought all my Sweet Grace, and now he's back again.
Wally, you got enough He's got enough Sweet Grace at home. Put this stuff back. Man, it's some good stuff, man.
Please come to Glow on the square, shop local. Come and get you some Sweet Grace before Wally gets it all.
3, 2. Man, what kind of call is that? Are you kidding me? The ball bounced in front of the plate.
All right, he's out of there, baby.
What in the world? You can't see nothing. I'm over here. What? The ball
right down the
bounced in front
middle.
of the plate. Man, he needs to go to Troy Eye Care, 566-7172, and get those eyes checked immediately.
Oh, man.
Wally, what are you doing at the UPS store?
My printer is jammed, man. I got to do 2,000 copies for the Penske file.
Well, why even worry with that little bitty printer and print one at a time, man? You're going to run out of ink. Look, UPS store does mass printing. They can print 2,000 or 3,000 copies cheap, fast and efficient. Isn't that right? Yes, sir. I mean, why even mess with it? Come to the UPS store on Brothers Street. UPS store, all your printing needs. Look at all these waves. This is a beautiful day today.
Hi, guys.
Hey, lady.
How are you?
Good.
Hey, where did y'all get those shirts?
Oh, they shirts.
Yes, those shirts.
Oh, they want to want the shirt. Oh, shoot. Pete Van Horn. Yeah, see, they're Deep South Apparel shirts with Pete Van Horn in Montgomery. All of your t-shirts and apparel, they can print anything. Call Pete Van Horn, Deep South Apparel, Montgomery, Alabama.
These teenage years can be tricky to navigate, especially when it comes to teaching my son about managing money. I'm thankful for helpful tools like Sidekick from Max. With Sidekick, requesting and rewarding money is easy. He can earn it by completing chores, making honor roll, or simply making a request from his own app. I love that I can easily monitor his purchases and set limits to help him learn to make smart choices with his spending, even on video games. Sidekick. Find it in your Max app.
Man, I'm out here at Firehouse Subs in Troy and I ordered me a sandwich on my app. Best sandwiches in town, Firehouse Subs, Troy, Alabama. Wally, what are you doing? What are you doing up here at Firehouse?
Bill, they said for a fireman get free subs, man.
They don't get free subs. Firemen get discounts.
Oh, discounts.
But they know you're not a fireman.
Yeah.
Come on, I ordered on my app. It was super easy. I'll pay for yours. Come on in. What are you doing with the hose? What are you doing with the hose? So nice. Welcome to Firehouse in Troy. Come see them. Best subs in town. Hey, Wally. Why in the world you got all these fans in the window, man?
Man, I was cooking a mess of chitlins and about burned my house down, man. My whole house smells like chitlins.
What is it, smoky in there?
Yes.
And
These fans are going to help, I think.
The fans are not going to get the smoke damage out of your kitchen. You're going to have to call Alabama Restoration, 371-5591. Alabama Restoration, no mess is too big, especially not a little smoke damage in Wally's kitchen cooking his chitlins. Call them at Alabama Restoration.
Oh, Wally, what are you doing back here?
Oh, I'm steaming the sandwich.
That thing's hot now. I can tell you. They serve hot, steamed sub sandwiches here at Mama Goldberg's in Troy, Alabama. And you will burn yourself on that steam. Hey, they got Rice Krispie treats, double doozy chocolate chip cookies, regular chocolate chip cookies, cakes in a cup, chili, potato soup, you name it. Great atmosphere. They have bands on Thursday nights. Come see them at Mama Goldberg's for a hot steamed sandwich, Wally.
I can tell you.
Troy, Alabama. Come see them.
Thin Lizzy. Got that one.
You nailed that, man.
Yeah,
I am impressed.
Boys are back in town. The boys are back in town.
You got it, man. Thin Lizzy.
Hey,
Hey, look at you.
saw them in Dothan, Alabama, man.
Oh, you saw them. Who'd they open up for?
They were headliners, man. What are you talking about?
Thin Lizzy?
Yeah.
Hey, blind squirrel finds acorns. There's blind squirrels out there that live. There you go. Wally gets a song right. How about
Every
that?
now and then.
Thin Lizzy. I thought they were one-hit wonder.
Folks, I just guessed. No, I knew.
Hey, it's time for the Facebook Funnies. Well, which was the night before vacation. Look at all look at everything. 2 headsets, the phone, iPad, computer. Everything's on charge, man. That's great. Paul McCartney's new album could do with a catchier title. No one wants to live in a cold home.
Is that Paul McCartney?
Is that Paul? Is that him? Come on, man. Age. Ain't Paul McCartney. Does anyone know where I can find a 5-gang plate with the plug on the right side, not the left? Do they sell them on the right side, not the left?
Can't you just flip it over?
Yeah.
That's
That's
the
the
joke. That's the joke.
That's
Okay.
the joke. Yeah, you just flip it over.
It's been a long day, folks.
It's been a long day.
It's been a long day.
Oh man,
Okay.
Grace, your cat's in a better place, man.
Yes, yeah, I know.
Cat's in a
It's
better place.
it's in a better
The reason you took it to the vet's because it was hurting.
Yes, it was her.
So you better place.
All right.
Hey, let's get started back with sports.
Yeah.
And
Hey,
hey,
tune in, though.
that's why people watch us. Is get some local sports action over in Enterprise with some softball. How about that? Skylar Frey has signed with Enterprise State to further her softball and her education career. So congratulations to Skylar Frey. She's a really good pitcher, Wally.
All right, we'll get on a jumping bean and go to Dale County. Shalia Whitman. Shaley, my bad.
Where, is there an A in there? Shalia?
Shalia, just Wally
Shaley.
Bonix. Yeah. Miss Whitman.
Okay.
Had offers. She had several offers to play softball. She has Chipola, Huntington, Enterprise State, Wallace, Gulf Coast, and Coastal Alabama offers under her belt. It will be interesting to see where she's going to go.
It will.
She's a heck of a player. I have a sneaky feeling, though, that Troy is close on offer.
Watch out.
So
Watch out.
They do.
Yep.
That is where she will land. Congratulations to Miss Whitman over in Dale County.
Watch that one close, Wally. You see all that? Chipola, Huntington, says it. Troy's fixing to sneak in there. Whoop, whoop.
Yep.
Troy's fixing to come in the back door, and she's skip the JUCO ranks and go straight to Troy. You watch. We'll be doing that here on the show, and you're going to say, hey, Neil, is that girl that you said? You watch. Yeah. Let's come on back home to Troy a little bit right here, and there was a special signing over on the campus of Pike Liberal Arts this last week, and not softball, but volleyball. Emma Baker committed to play at Cape Fear Community College. Do you know where Cape Fear Community College is, Wally?
Isn't that where the Goodfellas movie, what's the name? Bull
It's
Durham.
it's in North Carolina. And I'll tell you what, that's a long way from home. I don't know if grandmama and granddad lives up there or relatives or what, but Emma's going a long way from home to play volleyball. But she's furthering her education and using sports to do it. So that's special to me and Wally, and we want to make a special note about it. So congratulations, Emma Baker, and good luck at Cape Fear.
Yeah, I'd love to go to Cape Fear just to see it. There was a movie there.
I'm trying to figure it. What?
Rodney Dangerfield played
Okay,
it. No,
okay.
not Rod. The mean guy.
The mean guy.
For Goodfellas.
Okay.
What is that
Cape Fear.
dude's name?
We'll come back to
Robert De Niro.
Robert De
There you
Niro.
go, man. Thank
That's
you,
it.
Nate. You get better
Thank you,
than
Nate.
Robert De Niro. But anyway,
What
okay.
we do without Nate producing?
Thank you, Nate.
Pulls us out of the.
I know.
Yeah.
But this isn't high school, and it is at our coverage area, but there are a lot of Selma transplants living in Troy. We've got a lot of them. Have you ever noticed how many citizens of Troy
Isn't that
Selma?
weird? Isn't that weird? You run into people all the
David Ames, Dr. Bradford.
It's a lot of them. It's a lot of people used to live in Selma, live in Troy now.
Yeah, anyway, Gunnar Henderson, a Selma kid who was a rookie with the Baltimore Orioles, won the Major League Rookie of the Year. That was a heck of an accomplishment for a kid from Selma, Alabama.
Wow. That not just a heck of an accomplishment. I'm going to give a wow. I mean, come on, man. Really? From Selma, Alabama. Rookie of the Year. That is incredible.
Yeah, now just to refresh my memory, Pike Lib put him to the woodshed in that
No, they did
championship
not.
game.
No, they did not.
They didn't.
No. They had they played 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
And he pitched first. And he beat Pike Lib. And then, of course, he couldn't pitch anymore. And Pike Lib won the rest of the game.
Won the rest of the game.
Yep.
Oh, I thought they beat them.
But he's not a pitcher in the major leagues. He was just a really
Yeah.
incredible athlete in high school. And but he beat Pike Lib, and then Pike Lib won the next 2.
That too. Okay.
Yep. So yeah, but hey, let's jump back to high school softball real quick. Wicksburg's Kelsey Ellenberg has signed to play with Enterprise State as well. She'll be over there with Miss Frey from Enterprise, and she's gonna play for the Weevils.
Yeah.
And, congratulations, Kelsey and Wicksburg, and they're getting a good player right there, Wally. I've seen.
I love seeing these kids get these scholarships. And stuff.
It's awesome,
Isn't that
man.
great? And
It
that is so good.
It's awesome
That
right
is
there.
so good, man.
Before we move on to the round 2 playoff scores, let's take another quick break, and we'll be right back.
Hey, Wally, what you guys out here in this field for? Neil, I finally bought a brand new boat. A boat, man. Show it to me. Look at that. What? Got it on Facebook. Facebook? Yes, sir. The USS Alabama? Yes, I got to get some insurance. Well, you're going to need to call the Crease Agency. They sell insurance on everything. How you going to get it back to Troy? You got a trailer, don't you? I don't got a trailer. I hope you didn't buy any beachfront property in Arizona on Facebook. Call Crease Agency for all your insurance needs. Look at this, what we got, Sully. What are you doing, Wally? Man, Game Warden gave me a ticket, Bill. Game Warden gave you a ticket? Are you hunting on the right property? Well, I thought this was my property right here, man. Do you know where the lines are? Not really. Man, you need to contact the PLS group. They do all the land surveying you need. If you're building a house, building property, marking property, your hunting land so you know where to go. PLS Group, 403-4234. Give them a call.
Do I get a get out of jail free card?
No, you don't get a get out of jail free card.
Neil, my new boat, man. Let's go check it out.
My gosh, look at this thing right here.
Let's go in there and take it for a spin. Come on.
Man, look at the size of that propeller on that thing you done bought. If that propeller breaks, I don't know who in Troy's gonna work on that, Wally.
Neil, come look at all these gauges, man. The guy I bought it from told me that it would go underwater, man. Look at all this stuff.
This is the craziest boat I've ever seen. You're gonna need to get some oxygen if it goes up underwater.
Woo, you think Jason Jones can get us some oxygen?
You're gonna have to call Jason Jones at Jones Medical Supply in Troy. If this thing goes up underwater like that guy told you, we're gonna need us some oxygen.
Man, what in the world? What, you just dang T-bone me right here. What in the heck? Playing with fidget spinner? Wally, did you have a wreck?
Mr. Wally.
Man, this girl right here playing with this fidget spinner, texting on the phone and T-bone me right here in the parking lot. I was about to go pay my speeding ticket.
Right here at the police station?
Yeah.
Well, luckily at the police station, we can just call All-Star Collision 808-8822. Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm sorry. Can I have the fidget spinner back?
Yeah, you can
Please,
have it.
Mr. Wally.
All
Thank
she's
you.
worried about is some fidget spinner. Call All-Star Collision for all your accidents. 808-8822.
You gained donuts?
Oh man, what a nice day with the windows down.
Yeah, cruising right along, man. Just running around Troy.
Hey man, what's that smell?
What do you mean? That's Hook's Barbecue, man.
Oh,
Don't
that's
you smell
Hook?
it?
Oh,
Hook's.
I'm going to Hooks, brother.
Oh my God, hold on! Good Lord, what in the world? Good Lord, help us all. He about killed us. Good gracious. We're out here at this lovely pond with the Alabama Real Estate Connection crew. They can hook you up all types of land, recreational sports, ponds, and everything. We're fishing to catch us a big old brim.
I got one, Wally. But then what if you want something other than just a fishing pond?
Well, if you're looking for hunting land, the Alabama Real Estate Connection will help you with all your hunting land needs too. Here are the agents right here. They'll hook you up with your hunting land.
Call us.
Make sure you contact the Alabama Real Estate Connection for all your real estate needs. Look at these fine agents right here. All your real estate needs. They can find anything for you, maybe even a Bigfoot.
Bigfoot.
That was a good.
They going on tour, man.
And they're not coming
saw-
anywhere around.
Well, I mean,
And they're playing a boatload of Van Halen songs.
now I know Sammy Hagar's not your favorite,
He's
but
not.
if I can round us up some tickets, are we in?
You just want to see Michael Anthony.
Yeah. Be there, man.
Can we get the old crew, me, you, Hennigan, Gregory,
Oh
everybody?
my goodness.
Go check them out.
Sanford and Son. Remember
Sanford.
Dave?
Hey, yeah.
That was so funny, man.
Hey, look, we looked during the break, and Alabama's a 14.5 early favorite. Who you got? Auburn plus 14.5 or Bama minus 14.5? Quick, just jump it, man. Don't think about it.
Bam.
Bama, I am too. They beat them by 24, 27, 28. 30 something to 10.
Oh, now Bama, now Auburn, the first half, it'll be pretty rough, man. Pretty rough.
Yep.
Now Auburn should be leading at halftime. That's how it normally goes.
Yeah, and that's the way it works, man. But hey, some scores from round 2. Alabama High School Athletic Association. Central Phoenix City 49, Auburn 21. We saw that one coming. Gulf Shores 41, Charles Henderson 0.
Didn't see that.
Well,
coming.
Gulf Shores was favored. You know, it wouldn't have surprised me if they beat us, but not a goose egg. That really, you follow. Hey, I'm talking to Coach Hogan, who is a defensive guru, on text, and Coach Hogan says, I've seen the replay, and Gulf Shores did their homework on defense. So you got to tip your cap to them.
Coach Hogan, one of the best defensive coaches ever.
You fall at 41, Faith Academy 14, Booker T. Washington 22, Hanley 9. I love seeing Booker T. win playoff games. All these years we've seen them get creamed, so that's great. Mobile Christian 35, Houston Academy 10, BB Comer 21, Highland Home 14. Oh, I was pulling for Highland Home in that one. And Elba runs roughshod over Milry 28. If somebody beats Elba, they're going to have to score 40.
Yeah, we
Because
talked
I
about
don't
that.
care who Elba plays, they're going to score 35 plus. Yeah,
Exactly.
Go ahead with.
Mary Montgomery 13, Enterprise 10.
And that was a late rally by Mary Montgomery.
Oh, my
Enterprise beat them for 3.5 quarters.
Yep, sure did.
Yeah.
Helen 35, UMS Wright 21, Jackson 31, Andalusia 7. I did not see that.
I didn't either. Now I had heard that Jackson was going to be able to play with them. I had 2 or 3 people from up there say, "Hey, Jackson's going to be able to play with them," but not 31-7. Wow, man.
Yeah, and I didn't see this other one. Thomasville 33, Strong 21,
Nope.
Clark County 22, Goshen 50, Brantley 14, Lochapoka 12.
And Wally, last week they had the AISA championship games. So these are your winners of the AISA Association Championship. 3A, Lee Scott wins the 3A AISA Championship over Glenwood, 24-14. Both of those schools are now headed to the Alabama High School Athletic Association. 2A, Chambers beats Banks, 41-14, and 1A, Lowndes beats Wilcox, 20-7. Those are your AISA Association Championship teams.
Wow, man, AISA, they just losing teams.
Everybody's jumping ship to the Alabama.
What are they
High
going to
School
do, Neil? They're going to have to
And
eventually.
most of those schools are either going to be 1A or 2A.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm hearing now from some people in the know, for 2 years we've thought Pike Lib was going to fall 2A. It now looks like they're going to fall 1A.
That's good.
So,
and they'll be very competitive.
yes,
in 1A.
yes, ain't no doubt
Very
about it.
competitive.
No doubt about
You
it.
want to take a short break before I get in all these stats?
Let's
or
do
you
that.
want to do? Yeah.
Let's go ahead and get a break before you dive into those round 2 playoff games. Wally's got some good stuff coming on these round 2 playoff games, but we're going to take this quick break. We'll be right back.
What in the world, man? I come over to check on things. What are you doing trying to beat that bush up?
Neil, my trimmer battery went dead, so I had to get this bat and try to
Well,
trim this up.
You're not going to be able to knock it out with a bat. You got to call professional bush trimmers like Blake Turner with Turner Mowing. 465-0600. Call Blake Turner. You're going to fall off that ladder, man. Just quit right now. Let's call Blake Turner. Hey, call Blake Turner 465-0600 for all your yard needs. Man, what's that noise? What are you doing with that air conditioner heating unit?
Neil, my air conditioner went out last night, and I tell you what, I watch YouTube, and I know how to do all this stuff now.
Look, Wally, this could be really dangerous, man. You need to call Matt Johnson with Stone Cold Heating and Cooling. 268-0917. Licensed, insured, and bonded. You need to call Matt Johnson, Wally.
Hey, Neil, what does this red thing do?
Don't pull on the red wire. That could be dangerous, man. What'd you do? Don't pull on that red wire. Good gravy. Now you've done it. Call Matt Johnson with Stone Cold Heating and Cooling. Wally, what are you doing with that hoe?
Neil, with inflation and the price of groceries, I decided to build my own garden, brother.
Wait a minute. Number one, this ain't even your property. This is Mr. James Sparrow's property. You live across the street. And second, the HOA rules, you can't have a garden. Prices are not that bad at the Piggly Wiggly. Come on, let me show you. Come on with me. Now look, greens, peaches, collards, look over here. Apples, fruit, veggies, all here at Piggly Wiggly in Troy. And also the best meat selection in Troy, right here at Piggly Wiggly. 2 locations in Troy, Alabama. And also the most important thing, you're shopping local. Come see them at the Piggly Wigglies in Troy, Alabama.
You know this guy?
Yeah, I know. Wally, what are you doing, man? What in the world?
Nice Bronco.
Why are you hugging the Bronco at Bill Jackson Ford?
Because I want a Bronco, brother.
Are you going to buy it?
Yeah, I think so.
Jeez. Well, you can't just be out here hugging vehicles. You got to talk to the salespeople. What are you doing?
Kicking the tire, you know they say you got to kick the tire before you buy a new one.
You guys kick the tires. Bill Jackson Ford, Troy, Alabama. Also, Bill Jackson Chevrolet across the street. Hey, they got new vehicles on the lot. Come see them. Man, I'm up here at Southern Grill and Patio. Look at all these big green eggs, all these accessories, man. It's all you want with the big green eggs. Wally!
Neil, look at the size of this big old green egg here, man. Look at this thing.
That's a big old green egg. You can't get a green egg that big unless you're a platinum green egg dealer like they are at Southern Grill and Patio. Check out this new store up here on Grundy Street, right next to Troy Cable, along with Town and Country. Come visit the new store, the new layout. Look at all these big green egg accessories over here. Come see them at the new location on Grundy Street. Get you a big green egg, because I'm going to get me one.
Welcome back.
We just roll right in. We don't have a song.
No, we didn't get a song this time. Wally and I were talking some stuff in the break when neither one of us got a song ready, so we'll roll right into. How about the upcoming playoff games coming around, coming up? Or do you want to do your stats first? Let's do it. No. Okay, we'll go ahead.
We'll go with this.
Okay. Elba, this is 1A, Elba at Maplesville. 1A, Brantley at Brantley hosts Leroy. 2A, Cottonwood hosts Reeltown. St. James in the 3A is at Thomasville.
And Booker T. Washington versus Jackson. Catholic, 4A, Catholic at Jacksonville. 5A, Gulf Shores at Headland. 5A, Eufaula at Demopolis.
So let's tell us how these games shook out Friday night.
I will, but can I mention the thing that Chip sent us? Chip Wallace, a big fan of ours.
He always gives us something great to talk about.
And I'm going to tell you, this is from Chip Wallace, WTBF play-by-play. In the second round of the AHSAA playoffs, none of the 4 seeds advanced to the quarterfinals.
They're gone. 4 seeds are out.
Okay, but only 7 of the 3 seeds advanced, and this include Brantley, local, Headland, local, Booker T. Washington, local, and Class 6A ran true to form as no teams remain except all the 8 number 1 seeds.
6A, you said?
Yes.
So in 6A, all that's left is 1 seed.
Just 1 seeds.
Wow.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that is. Cool. Yeah.
Okay, let me give you some of the stats of the players around here. Enterprise, Mary Montgomery. Like Neil said earlier, folks, for 3.5 quarters, Enterprise Wildcats appeared to be on the way to a shutout win and a spot in the Class 7A semifinal. Yep. But there was still some magic left in that old Mary G. Montgomery history. Trailing by 10 points, Mary Montgomery scored a touchdown and then recovered a surprise onside kick. And I did see that onside kick, and yes, they were offside. It was not.
So it was an onside kick, but they were offside.
They were offside. And then they executed a deep pass from Jared Hollins to Jaden Smith, and then they relied on the first game-winning field goal in their career off senior Aaron McCraney, and they nailed it 13-10 win with 5 minutes left in the game. And again, like I said, I saw that replay. He jumped off.
The officials didn't see it.
Just didn't see it, but you're going to miss him. All right. Headland put it on UMS right. Yep. Headland's playmakers shine and had a great supporting cast with a solid 35-21 win over UMS right. Jackson Williams threw for 4 touchdown passes. You know, Jackson gave us fit at Charles Henderson.
He did.
2 to Caleb Dozier and 1 each to Connor McKenzie and Tylen Williams. Marcus Reeves scored on a run, and the Rams advanced. They advanced to host Gulf Shores next week in the quarterfinals. A year ago, UMS Wright, listen to this, whipped Headland 56-13.
What a turnaround!
Yeah, and they kept on. Unofficially, Jackson Williams, he had 228 yards passing. And let me tell you, UMS Wright, that coach, man, they've been known for defenses, and they put it on them, buddy. Yep. And Reeves had 74 yards rushing on 18 carries. Yep. All right, Clark County 22, Goshen 15. Clark County scored with 1 minute and 4 seconds left to break a tie, and Goshen turned the ball over on downs on the 5 dadgum yard line. Unbelievable. Final score was 22-15. Man, Goshen tied the game up, though. Listen to this, with 4 minutes left on a 42-yard Jalen McNabb to Shamaric Adams touchdown pass, ensuring and then they had that extra point kick and they got it, but still just tough breaks on that. But let me give you some stats for Goshen. McNabb, he rushed for 59 yards on 14 carries, along with completing 6 of 17 passes for 213 yards and a touchdown. Andrews rushed for 40 yards on 6 carries and also caught 1 pass for 42 yards and scored. My little buddy Tyler McClendon caught 3 passes for 97 yards, and McClure carried ball 14 times for 40 yards and a touchdown. And listen to this stat, Neil. Goshen linebacker Landon Chandler led this week.
He's pretty much led all week except for
last week. But Landon, he had 19 tackles, 1.5 tackles for loss, a forced fumble. And then Andrews, he earned 12 tackles, 1 for loss. So that's pretty good. Yep. Charles Henderson, listen, the Gulf Shores Dolphins lived up to their billing #1 team in the state. The defense, Gulf Shores, relentlessly and swarmed our offense. We just had no answers. And like Coach Hogan mentioned to you, man, they did their homework.
Absolutely.
Listen to this, and this is the saddest stat I've ever had to call on Charles Henderson. We only got 40 total yards the entire all night. Man. we just had a lot of turnovers and stuff, and I mean, it's sad to report it, but anyway, it is what it is. Hey, Zyron Mack, he probably was the most explosive player on defense. We called his name a lot. I mean, he accounted for many tackles. But, hey, I just want to give hats off to our buddy Nick Pearson, man. He had one job to do, folks. Listen, that number 2, that rural kid Neil was talking about, 22 punt returns this year. For TDs, 22.
Now, not all the kick returns.
Yeah, kick returns.
Some were punts and some were kickoff.
And Nick never let that guy touch that ball.
Never
so
touched
that
it.
was huge. And
Yeah, Coach Hambright asked him, said, Nick, don't let him return one, and he did.
And he didn't. So, Nick had to punt a lot. And good job, Nick. I'll give you that.
Nick had one. I bet he punted the ball 10 times. He had one bad punt.
Yeah, one punt, and that's it. But anyway, all right. Elba's head coach, Mark Siving, knew his star running back Alvin Henderson had to carry it more at this game, which he did. The junior standout, one of the top recruits in the class, showed out again, Neil, the workload. He carried this time, and this first time we've said this, he carried it 33 times. Not 3 or 4, but 33 times.
Yep.
He earned 326 yards rushing, 5 touchdowns to help Spark. Elba's ranked, Spark number 2 ranked Elba the 47-28 win over Milry. Henderson's last year's 1A state back of the year winner boasted his season total of 2,864 yards rushing.
Former Marco's Pizza winner.
Yes, the 11th best in Alabama school history, baby. And also moved the season rushing total TDs to 52. And that's shy of 53 held by North Jackson's Lee Witherspoon. All right, let's see. Henderson, who's being heavily recruited by Alabama, Auburn, and
everybody,
it's going to be interesting to see that. But anyway, the Wildcats kept him from popping the long run. That's what we were used to seeing every week.
Yep.
Man, he'd have a run of 80, 90 yards.
Oh, every week, they held him in check. But he got his yards.
Yeah, he got his
yards. He just had to
work for it. His biggest touchdown was for 48 yards.
Yep.
All right. And then Brantley versus Lochapoka. Everybody I talked to, man, they just said, Lochapoka was undefeated, and they were strong. And they beat teams like crazy.
Bad.
But baby, they didn't beat Brantley Bulldogs. Nope. Brantley gave them their first loss of the season. They beat them 14-12. Jaden Parks, the Bulldogs quarterback, that had come back.
Mm-hmm.
He'd been gone all year with an injury.
Yep.
He had a great game. He threw a touchdown to Cooper Layton. But the star of the game to me, and this is what did it, Brantley's Jatorius McNean. He picked off Lochapoka late in the fourth quarter. Pick 6, baby.
Wait a minute. Pick 6?
Yeah, pick 6, buddy.
I know what you feel about pick 6s.
Baby.
Scooping scores and pick 6s will get you a pizza from Mr. Wally.
Yes, sir. He is the Marco's Pizza Player of the Week.
Nice job, Mr.
McNean. McNean.
Okay.
So, yeah, I have to give it to him. And, man, I wish Brantley.
You get a pick 6. You go to the top of the list for a pizza.
Hey,
or a scooping score.
This is no joke, folks. That's all stats. But this is no joke. We had a kid, Benton Dunn, who was in junior high school, and Neil and I was calling the game. He had a scoop and score for like 80 yards.
Oh yeah,
he won a pizza.
Hey, we got one more break. We got to take, man. You ready?
Okay,
Yeah. You want to go ahead and take it?
Yeah, we'll take it. We'll come back and we'll do the Steel Wally's Pizza because we got to draw.
That's right.
Got to draw.
We'll be right back. We got one more break to take.
Breaker 19, I got cleared for a takeoff in Troy.
Whoa, Mr. Neal.
Yeah.
Mr. Neal, what is he doing?
I don't know what he's doing. Wally, you don't have a pilot's license. I've already told you. I'm sorry, ma'am. Look, you got a CDL license. You need to call Tyler Transport at 566-7474. They're hiring every day. Those beautiful 18-wheeler rigs got those glide packages. Call Tyler Transportation if you need a job driving. Here I come. Get out of here. Good gravy. They called the law, man. They said somebody was out here. What in the world's going on?
Well, I'm just here waiting for them to open up to eat one of these award-winning steaks and cheese biscuits and stuff.
Well, the law's on the way. What? Well, it was some suspicious activity. They don't open till 4 o'clock on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and they're open for lunch after church on Sunday. One of the best meals you can get after church, too, I promise you. We got to get out of here. The law's on the way.
Let's go.
But you come to the old barn for those fresh cheese biscuits. Hey, what are you doing, man? What in the world? What's happening? Unbelievable. Back up. Back up. Put it in reverse. Put it in reverse.
I need a mechanic.
Unbelievable. What have you done in there that caused all that smoke?
I watched the YouTube video.
Unbelievable. You got to take the thing to Road Mart where they know how to fix vehicles, a mechanic. Take the vehicle to Road Mart on 231 North. Don't be like Terry, Wally. 566-3413, Road Mart, 231 North in Troy.
It's so good to be back at Preston. I'm so hungry. I'm hungry too. You ready? What are you doing?
Kelly Tater.
What are you doing? Wally, that's somebody's food.
What kind of a nut are you?
I'm so sorry. He gets in a trance when we come to Preston. I apologize. He is a nut job. Hey, snap out of it, man. Oh, that's not yours.
Oh, where Preston's on?
Come out to Preston's and get your own Kaylee Tater.
Hey, Neil, how are you today?
I'm good. I want some of these chicken nuggets. Well, I want them down here at Crows and Brundage. Wally, what are you doing in the kitchen at Crows and Brundage?
Oh man, I'm trying to steal the secret sauce recipe.
And they're not going to give you the secret sauce recipe. Put that sauce back. Patsy, now he's got the salt. Unbelievable. Come see them at Crows and Brundage. Hey, they got fried okra, catfish on Friday nights, wings, honey barbecue wings, any kind of wings, and the best chicken nuggets in the world. Come see them. Crows and Brundage. Thank you. Hey, what are you doing in the surgery room at Southern Animal Hospital? Pet Resort.
I'm about to circumcise this dog.
Man, don't circumcise that dog. Let Dr. Steve Barron help you with the spade and neuter process. Give him a call. Southern Animal Pet Hospital Resort, 770-1838. You got to be a medical professional and board certified to perform these kind of dog procedures on surgery. Give him a call. Southern Animal Pet Hospital Resort.
Dadgum, I'm about to starve. Neil told me to meet him at the corner. He must be bringing potted meat and cheese. Menu on this thing, man. I'm going with the pimento cheeseburger, brother.
You are? I'm going with the bougie burger. Or how about the 3-notch wing basket?
Well, hey, I've changed my mind. I'm going with the Trojan burger, brother.
How about the loaded house fries for an appetizer? Woo! Man, I don't know what I'm going to get. And I heard that the buns on all the burgers are special. You gotta give them a try. Meet us at the corner for lunch. She's alright.
Midnight Star.
She's alright. The girl's alright.
No, that's a Gap Man.
Super freak.
Gap Man.
Rick James, baby.
Rick James. Okay,
Tell us who won the Steel Wally's Pizza last week.
bad news, folks. We got to do a drawdown.
Who's in the cup?
Hey, Bruce Horn's in the cup, Justin Davis is in the cup, Philip East is in the cup, and Jerry Spivey's in the cup, Neil. They did not pick under. Who we got?
We're pulling from the Half Shell Oyster Bar and Grill cup right here. Let's see. Jerry Spivey.
Jerry Spivey. Jerry Spivey, you are Marco's Pizza Winner of the Week on the drawdown. You sure wasn't my name in there?
It wasn't your name, man. You weren't tied with it.
David Hennigan had the worst one. He had
Jerry
one game. BB Comer. That's all Hennigan had. That was our worst.
Congratulations, Jerry Spivey. So everybody went over the total, so we had to do a draw.
All right, let me give you the games this week, baby.
Come on, baby.
It's a good ones. Elba at Maplesville. Leroy at Brantley. Eufaula at Demopolis. Reeltown at Cottonwood. St. James at Thomasville. Gulf Shores at Headland.
Who's the points?
The points, we're going to stay local. We're going to go with Elba.
Okay.
Elba at Maplesville, man.
Woo-wee.
That could be in the six.
Go out to social media and get your picks in. Get them in and get that Marco's Pizza. Hey, Troy hosted Louisiana Raging Cajuns yesterday, and it was nothing easy. The Cajuns came ready to rumble. It was close. It's always close when these two play. Troy pulls away late, 31-24. Gunnar Watson goes off again for 4th straight week. He's on fire, man. And he was 18 of 32. What was that? He was 18 of 32, which is not the greatest completion percentage, but he did not throw an interception. He had 219 yards and 3 touchdowns. Kamani Vidal led the Trojans on the ground. He added to his school history leading with 112 yards and a touchdowns. the Cajuns tested that Trojan defense more than anyone has in recent history. But they held 280 yards in that, and the Trojans are in Hattiesburg for Southern Miss next Saturday, and they'll wrap up the regular season there. And then the next Saturday, we're going to probably host the Sun Belt Championship and probably play Coastal Carolina. Ronald Acuna wins the MVP. Throw him up there real quick if you can. Ronald Acuna, the MVP. There he is. We appreciate you tuning in this week. Is everybody ready for the Iron Bowl? Alabama covers the spread, and I hate to say it.
Yeah.
See ya.